I'm constantly impressed by the quality of cameras. Anyway, in this video we're going to talk about deleted comments. This is more of a PSA type of thing. So I have had recent reports that this has been happening more often. Basically, I just want to highlight this thing I put on Twitter a while back. So someone left a comment saying, "Really, I present a valid commentary on this topic and it's 2 times removed? Really great way to have a conversation with those who only listen, unsubscribed." And I put no comments have been removed. There is nothing in the held for review tab. So this keeps on happening. I keep getting snarky comments and messages from people. Not all of them are snarky. Some of them are genuinely concerned, saying, "You've removed my comment. You know, what's going on? Why are you deleting them?" I'm not deleting them. What's happening is, and this is what I think is happening, YouTube removed the likely spam filter from the YouTube studio. So there used to be 3 filters. You have the published comments, you have the held for review, and then the likely spam. And at some point they removed the likely spam filter, so we can't see that anymore. Strictly speaking, anything that's caught up in the likely spam filter is now just never put on YouTube. I imagine that's probably because of a way they're changing processing those types of comments, or maybe they've changed the way they detect them, or they don't need creator input on them anymore. But it's my assumption now that anything that YouTube detects as likely spam is just auto-deleted rather than being given the opportunity to be reviewed and then like approved by the creator. There are a few things that might cause this, I think. I mean, people have reported the same thing. Actually, let's just go back to this. I think any link outside of YouTube equals removal. I don't think that's the case necessarily, but I have seen that comments with links are more likely to be removed. I think there was one person on the video about like being careful with add-ons that put a couple of links in to Twitter posts and they were getting annoyed because their comments were being removed. There's another one here. I've had comments disappear from YouTube for unknown reasons and I know the creator didn't remove them. I think it can happen if you edit your comment too many times too quickly. I do think I have seen someone whose comments were removed, but the comment that stayed was an edited one, and I remember thinking, okay, they probably changed things quite a lot, so maybe that's the case. I've tried to share links to GitHub on my own channel to have YouTube suddenly stop me from commenting. Web links certain words probably trigger YouTube. Could be bad luck, blah blah blah. Yeah, there's also something else weird that's happened where the held for review tab is supposed to show you comments that they're not sure whether they're spam or not, right? And this used to work properly, but it doesn't really work anymore. So like I almost see like no comments in the held for review anymore, other than the comments which I have set up like flagged words for. So going back to the main channel video about like the spam bot issue, where we had like T-Nice tutorial, soft, and all sorts of other weird things popping up in the comments. Only those comments which I've set flagged words for are being collected up in there now, rather than regular weird comments. And I thought that was strange, like, because there used to be quite a few that got caught up in that filter like in the previous years, until one day, earlier this year, suddenly everything appeared in held for review. There were comments going back months and months and months that never appeared on the videos, and just for like that one day or two I could see them and approve them or delete them. And I'm not the only one this happened to, because Machine, the developer of like Machine Tools, Decal Machine, Mesh Machine, etc., sent me a message after I put out this Twitter post saying the same thing happened to them. That randomly one day, suddenly all of the backlog of comments appeared in held for review. And I've never had that since. So basically something weird is happening with the comments. A bunch of regular comments are getting deleted without me knowing, and then people are getting snarky about it because they think they're being singled out. Again, not everyone's being snarky about it, but I get that it's like an easy conclusion to come to, your comments being removed, so you think that the creators deleted it. But if you go back and look back at some of the videos, especially the more contentious ones, I'm not out there deleting every contrasting opinion. All comments are engagement, and to be honest, those of us in this community are trying to scrap as much engagement as we can recently, because views have generally gone down this year compared to last year, also sub growth. So basically engagement is good, whether or not it's a positive or a negative opinion. I want to try and accumulate as much as possible. The only comments I've deleted in the last few months are the spam bot ones, and even very rarely now do people get added to the hide from channel option, which is basically where if someone's being like super hateful or they're breaking the terms of service or whatever, you always have the option to hide them from the channel so they can still comment but no one else can see their posts, essentially. I used to have to use that quite a lot because, again, something I've highlighted is, weirdly enough, most of the hate comments came when the channel was small. This is still held true. Like, I mean, it's probably different for other communities, but like my opinion on that hasn't changed. Most of my hate comments came when the channel was smaller and they diminished over time. I still get them, of course, and I put like posts on Twitter about it every now and again, but that's definitely a trend. But in the more contentious like discussion videos, when someone puts a contrasting opinion and then they get their comment deleted, obviously they think I deleted it. But it's not true. It's a very lazy opinion to come to. And I'll tell you now, if I didn't want people to see your comment, I wouldn't delete it because that's too obvious. I would just hide you from the channel. So you'd have no way of knowing unless you checked on a different account. So I'll just put that out there. If I wanted it gone, it wouldn't be deleted. There are much more subversive ways of stopping people from seeing your comment. But anyway, yeah, I just think that's like weird. So I don't exactly know why it's happening. Like I said, I think it's related to this new spam categorization thing. I'm not particularly sure like how effective this is, because clearly YouTube's not great at picking up on the spam, given like the whole spam bot thing happening recently. Then again, those accounts seem pretty difficult to identify as being directly related to spam, because when you check the account pages for those channels, they look pretty genuine, but they're probably hacked accounts which have been like congregated somewhere, maybe sold onto something, I have no idea. But I do think there may be some truth to the links and over editing theory. I personally think I've heard about it happen more when there are links to other websites, but I do also believe that the editing has something to do with it, because for a different situation than the one I put on Twitter, the one related to like the add-on video, I believe they did edit their comment many times because it was like an argumentative comment. So obviously like you read it again and again and you edit and you make changes because you want it to be perfect. So imagine you're there kind of like spending so much effort editing it to make it like the perfect argument, and then suddenly it gets removed. Of course you're going to think, oh, they deleted it, what a twat. So they're going to come back angrily. I think that person ended up putting like 3 comments or something. So we can't really do a comparison now, but it would have been interesting to see if the same thing would have happened if it was just one posted comment gone, etc. Even with links, without being edited, would it still be deleted? If that's the case, then it may just be the case that people are digging themselves into a hole by the way that they're making the comment, and YouTube's flagging it up as weird, and it just gets deleted. So I don't know, yeah, it's a weird thing, but I'd like to try and figure out why it's happening. So if you do find your comment being deleted, let me know why. Actually, try and remember whether you put links in there, or whether you edited it, or whether there was anything weird. Oh, another thing I've noticed as well is that it's not deleted immediately, because sometimes I get comments which come through the YouTube Studio feed, then I click reply, I spend a few minutes writing a reply, and then when I click send, we get the kind of circle loading thing, and then it doesn't go away. So that's what it looks like in the studio when a comment's deleted. If you respond to it, you'll get the infinite loading, and then it will do nothing. Like it won't go anywhere until you refresh the page, and then the comment's gone. So from that, what I think's happening is the comments exist for like a minute or two, enough time for me to like start writing a reply, and then they're caught and deleted. And then by that time, the reply can't go through. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And it'll be useful to have this video around so I can send it to people that think their comments being unfairly deleted as well, just to let them know that this is a thing that's going on. Anyway, the emoji for the end of this video will be a pen for writing comments. So yeah, have a great day everyone. Thanks for listening to this PSA, and I will see you next time.